What's up, everybody? I'm Joey Chaos here at Santino Brothers Wrestling Office, and I want to talk to you today about, a lot of people have been asking me, what are your thoughts on the Jim Ross quote? What's the Jim Ross quote, you may ask? Here's what Jim Ross says. He says, quote, I told a kid the other day in AEW, I said, all you guys do the same fucking spot. You go to the outside, you cluster up like quail, you stand together, friend and foe, side by side, so you can catch some leaping idiot going over the top rope who never wins with this move. They never gain an advantage with this move. You know, the holy shit chant is what got that thing going, I think. They love to hear it. Holy shit, this is awesome. It's a spot, folks. It's a trapeziac, end quote. So that's what Jim Ross said, and people have been asking, Chaos, you teach students, you have students, what are your thoughts on that Jim Ross quote? Well, what are my thoughts? I think I actually agree with him. Could he have said it probably in a different way? Yes. And this is why. A lot of the times when we hear something, a lot of times that we hear something that we don't like to hear, our automatic first thought is defense. Fuck this guy. And I always tell my students, listen, when this old timer is saying, I've never gotten shitty advice from a veteran. I may have thought it was shitty at the time, but that was only because I was too young and dumb and I wasn't smartened up enough. I really did. And then I figured out, a lot of the times that I get mad at some of these critiques that people may say, I only get mad because it's the fucking truth. And I don't want it to be the fucking truth. And it's like when my grandpa watched me wrestle and he saw me scoot into position to get moonsaulted by Supreme. And he said, why did you scoot in position? And I got mad. I didn't want him to see that. I wanted him to see everything else. But he made a fucking point. Why the fuck did I scoot in position? So even though I didn't like what he said, and even though you may not like what Jim Ross says, after you're done getting mad, and I would say never go post a rebuttal on Twitter, but some guys already did, right? I mean, it's a different era, I guess. But go back into what he fucking said and think about it. And look at your match and try to apply it. Because if you got this all-time wrestler, right, in Jim Ross, or all-time wrestling figure in Jim Ross, and he's seen all of the greats in the last 40 plus fucking years, maybe you should listen to what he has to fucking say. Maybe you've been in the business for 3 years. Maybe you should listen to the 46-year-old veteran. Could he have said it nicer? Yes. He could have said pretty please with sugar on fucking top. I'm pretty fucking sure at this point he's tired of saying it because nobody's fucking listening to him. I'll let you know when I'm 46 years in the business, like how I may feel about somebody, about not listening to the advice. How many times do I get advice that's not listened to? You know what I stopped doing? I stopped helping them. And I'm pretty sure that's what Jim Ross has got to the point of like, well, I'm not going to tell them anymore. I'm not going to waste my fucking breath. Do people stand around and get caught? Yeah, I think so. Because it's like with one dude that's 150, even if he's 200 pounds and dies off the top rope, if 4 people catch him, it's not like devastating. Have one person catch. Have it become like have it look high risk, but it just looks like everyone catches them. But usually, nobody fucking catches them and everybody falls down. Let's learn to catch before we get mad. Let's learn to fucking catch people. I've seen so many dives and so many people just not catch people. It's ridiculous. And I've even seen groups of people stand in the middle. So it's like we're sitting here getting mad at Jim Ross. Why don't we fix that first? And I'm not calling anybody. I'm just saying, let's make sure to get better at our wrestling. But I think that's the biggest point that I can bring across is if an old-timer gives you advice that pisses you the fuck off, right? Go on your fucking social media, write all the shit you want, don't press send, and then go back and read or think about what the fuck this veteran said. Because 9 times out of 10, you're pissed because it's right, you're pissed because it's true, and you're pissed because they're calling you out. That's all I know is this. I used to wrestle as a fucking young kid Chaos in 1994. Used to wrestle like a fucking video game. Punch, kick, throw you to the ropes, clothesline pin, pick you back up, suplex, punch, kick, throw you into the ropes. Now it's your turn, punch, kick, throw you in the ropes, dive to the outside, whatever. That's how I used to fucking work. Now Coach Chaos talks about how I want you to bleed the emotion out through your eyes, have it fall over your face, lead into your body motion and mannerisms, and really get a point across of selling and showing your emotion and changing your emotions in the middle of the match, changing gears high and low. Young Chaos didn't think about that shit. Someone says my dropkick sucked. I was all mad. Yeah, get your fucking dropkick higher, man. All right, well, don't be mad. Yeah, well, you know how hard it was for me to fucking get that high. I don't give a fuck. Make it look right or don't do it at all. So I don't know. Would I have said it in that manner, the way Jim Ross said it? Probably not. But if I'm 46 years in, maybe I would. Because my thoughts have changed over the last 26 years. My thoughts have changed over the last 26 years, right? I'm not the Young Chaos. I've evolved. And I hope that everybody evolves in professional wrestling. Yeah, I get it, right? The spot, selling is the fucking spot. I saw someone the other day on a Wednesday Wrestling. They took a huge cool move and it looked great, and they sat up like the fucking Undertaker because they had to get up for the next fucking spot, and it just looked so weird. But I don't think they meant to sit up like the Undertaker, but they just did because they were like the next spot. You know what the spot is? You selling that fucking move. That's the fucking spot. So that's my take on it. Yeah, right. Rule number 6 in professional wrestling: grow thick skin. Grow thick skin, right? You gotta grow thick skin when people talk some shit, and just have it thick enough, right? You can't get emotional and go about it. How about look back at what Jim Ross said and fucking fix it? That's my take on the Jim Ross quote that came over I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and everybody talked about it. A lot of people have been asking me on the YouTube channels and through social media, so I figured I want to make a video and talk about it a little bit. So that are my thoughts about it. Learn the basics of professional wrestling. Learn them well. Work on your promos, work on your facial expressions, work on your eyes, showing that emotion that you're trying to display. It's so important, right? And you're gonna get your spots in there, but learn where to put them. So that's my opinion on the Jim Ross quote. I'm Joey Cass here at the Santino Brothers Wrestling office. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next video.